What to Play presents the top 25 PS4 action games. This ranking is based on a 1 to 10 scoring system that aggregates critic and gamer reviews into a unique score called the Play Score. As much as new reviews show up and are added, the Play Score changes. Opening the list at number 25 is Infamous: Second Son. This superhero-inspired game is a blast to play. It's the kind where you forget objectives and just traverse the map with your superpowers. And when you spot something to destroy, you just do, and it's fun. Spectacular-looking powers, adrenaline-pumping action sequences, and tons of side missions to keep you engaged. The morality system, on the other hand, needs a lot of improvement. A Play Score of 8.56. Number 24 is Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number. Brutally Gorgeous perfectly describes the sequel to the high-octane hit Hotline Miami. This top-down brawler shooter is so satisfying it leaves you asking yourself, why am I playing this pixelated violence? Diversity of characters, more levels of mayhem and destruction, good story, and an incredible soundtrack. Wrong Number's carnage might be off-putting to some, but for the rest of us, enjoy! A Play Score of 8.59. 23rd place is The Binding of Isaac: Rebirth. This is how a remake should be. It's bigger, better, and insanely fun. What makes this indie roguelike appealing is the crazy randomness of every dungeon, hundreds of hours worth of playthrough, tons of power-ups, cosmetics, and skills to collect. This is sure to keep you wanting to explore more. The narrative, however, can be disturbing, blasphemous even, to some. Binding of Isaac: Rebirth has a Play Score of 8.61. Number 22 is Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. Dante and Nero are back, and now with Lady, Trish, and Virgil as playable characters. It's a special edition for reasons. Better graphics, packaged with lots of content, DLC, unlockable items, and more, and a new legendary Dark Knight mode. The visual improvements over the original is clearly visible, but it still can't hide the flaws that were there to begin with. A Play Score of 8.63. Ranked 21st is Bastion. This indie game presents a new take on storytelling. Your every move is narrated, from picking up a hammer to killing a boss. Beautiful isometric art style, excellent soundtrack, and an outstanding narration that articulates the flow and twists of the game's story. Now, if you've already played this on the PC, the PS4 version doesn't offer anything new to make it worth replaying. Bastion has a Play Score of 8.68. At number 20 is Resogun. This fast-paced space shooter is one of PS4's first games, and it's one hell of fun. Set in a unique cylindrical world, your mission is to blow up every hostile alien and save the last of humanity. Simple gameplay, but with a fresh new twist. Upbeat soundtrack that gets your blood boiling, and diverse enemy types to keep you on your toes. Short, but hectic. Resogun receives a Play Score of 8.68. 19th place is Far Cry 4. The action awesomeness of the Far Cry series continues in the Himalayas, in the fictional country of Kyrat. It plays pretty much like Far Cry 3, but with several ups and downs like impressive breadth and graphical quality, an expansive, beautiful world to explore, and a super fun co-op gameplay. Unfortunately, the plot and characters are not as good as the previous Far Cry games. It has a Play Score of 8.70. Ranked 18th is God of War 3 Remastered. This is a definite must-play to those who have yet to experience Kratos' no-holds-barred rampages. The game was never known for its plot and storytelling, and Kratos is not your typical hero. Instead, it draws gamers through spectacular adrenaline-pumping fights, smoother combat, satisfying finishing moves, phenomenal opening sequences, and a perfect combination of beat-em-up and puzzle. God of War 3 Remastered got a Play Score of 8.72. Number 17 is Axiom Verge, a Metroidvania game filled with jumps, shooting, and exploration. It polishes time-tested mechanics of retro games to a whole new brilliance. Tight controls, minimal story with surprising plot twists, exploring the game's mysterious alien world is rewarding, and it's very addictive. The only downside is that the world can be a little too retro for younger gamers. It looks a lot like a NES game. A Play Score of 8.74. 16th is Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition. This is a revamped version of the fantastic original indie superstar Guacamelee. It follows the adventure of Juan as he tries to rescue El Presidente's daughter. It comes with more levels to explore, powerful new bosses to defeat, a better overall visual, Plus, this edition packs in it all past DLCs. It's a flashy, funny, and action-packed game. Guacamelee STC Edition gets a play score of 8.74. 15th place is Nuclear Throne, a game full of fast finger-twitching action. Set in a roguelike universe much like The Binding of Isaac, it boasts a wide arsenal of weapons and abilities for each character. Fast-paced gameplay that requires tactics, and the increasingly difficult enemy types and AI are reasons not to stick to one playstyle. Nuclear Throne's difficulty can be daunting, but completing a level is so much rewarding. A play score of 8.78. Number 14 is Resident Evil HD Remaster, a current-gen release of the game that started the zombie craze. It comes with a few graphical upgrades without ruining the game's legendary horror atmosphere, amazing character enhancement, good background music, and smart puzzling that doesn't break the action sequences. The control scheme in the game is quite cumbersome at first. Give it time and you'll see how effective it is. A play score of 8.81. 13th place is Transistor. This is one gorgeous looking action RPG from the same game studio that brought us Bastion. Beautiful world that looks like a painting on a canvas, unique combat that blends real-time action and turn-based strategy, a well-written story that puts the game on solid ground, remarkable soundtrack, quality cinematic sequences, and an impeccable narration. Perhaps my only concern is that sometimes visuals obscure the game's excellent combat. Transistor has a play score of 8.82. 12th is Dragon Age Inquisition. BioWare's latest success features many of the things they're good at. A notable combination of RPG, action, exploration, and story. Branching choices that leads to plenty of scenarios and endings, a vast open world to explore, and a cast of interesting and diverse characters. And hilarious and thoughtful conversations are fun to listen to. You'll be hard-pressed not to sink hundreds of hours in it. A play score of 8.86. Ranked 11th is Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Drawing inspiration from the Arkham and Assassin's Creed series, it furthers the genre with its polished combat system that rivals any action game of this generation. Bleak, dark, and majestic open world, and a novel enemy progression system that we hope to see on other games. One thing to note, the campaign slowly loses its impact halfway through, overshadowed by the game's notable free roaming and discovery. A play score of 8.87. At number 10 is Rocket League. It's one of those games that takes the gaming world by storm. The mechanics are simple. Drive, hit, score! It's football with monster trucks. The key points are timing and teamwork. It's beginner-friendly. Dozens of cool cosmetic upgrades to make your own vehicle stand out. Crisp graphics and multiplayer sessions are epic. Rocket League is an addicting combo of cool booster rig vehicles and football. It receives a play score of 8.88. 9th place is Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. The Souls series, the games that attracted masochistic gamers and challenged their beliefs of modern games being too easy. This is the best looking of the series as of yet, a revamp of Dark Souls 2 with all its DLCs already in it. Reshuffled enemy placements, tougher AI, new weapons and armor, and enhanced graphical quality. Scholar of the First Sin has a play score of 8.93. Ranked 8th is Shovel Knight, an indie masterpiece. Shovel Knight may not be for all, but the mechanics behind it is a perfect mesh between retro classics, DuckTales combat, Super Mario's world map design, Zelda's town exploration and upgrade system, and Mega Man's boss fights. If you ask me, the only thing the game needs is a little bit more content. I mean, the game was too damn short. Amazing, but short. A play score of 8.95. 7th is Batman: Arkham Knight, a gem from Rocksteady Studios and the finest game in the Batman Arkham series. Amazing set of villains and allies, superb combat trademarked by the Arkham games, lots of varied missions, and riding the Batmobile was a dream come true. I only wish the boss fights were a little more grand. They could have ramped up the scale of the encounter to a whole new level. A play score of 8.97. At number 6 is Fallout 4, the most anticipated game of 2015. Where Fallout 4 shines is through its wide range of features and intricacies. A unique targeting combat system, enjoyable crafting and base building, bleak but hauntingly beautiful post-apocalyptic world, a very good choose-your-own-path system, and a lot more. There were some bugs, yes, But the biggest letdown is the graphical quality. It wasn't up to par with the other PS4 titles. A play score of 9. 5th place is Bloodborne, the spiritual successor of the Soul series exclusive to the PS4. Bloodborne's world is huge and eerily magnificent to look at. Some dislike how it's more forgiving than the Dark Souls games, but you can't deny how good the graphics, combat, gameplay, monster design, and the overall feel of the game is. That said, long loading times are a pain to put up with, especially during those exciting moments. A play score of 9.16. Ranked 4th is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, a vast open-world game that defines the current standard in video gaming. Explore, slay monsters, get loot, craft items, talk to people, form relationships, and master the art of Gwent. These are just the few things that Wild Hunt offers. Breathtaking visuals, awesome character models, wonderful dialogue, great combat, tons of side quests and additional content, and an impeccable storyline to boot. A play score of 9.24. 3rd is Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. The best and final Metal Gear Solid game from the great Hideo Kojima. And as usual, the writing is superb. It tells of a complicated and bizarre story that grabs your attention from start to finish. Amazing cutscenes and cinematics, incredible graphics, and an impressive action sandbox quality. However, some pacing issues that may hinder your momentum are frequently occurring towards the end of the game. A play score of 9.28. Number 2 is The Last of Us Remastered. It's one of the aces of modern video gaming, an emotional experience as much as it's a game. The game is magnificent in almost every aspect. Excellent story, beautifully written and portrayed, endearing characters that grow on you as much as you play, up visuals that make use of the PS4's more powerful processing unit, combat that is both granular and intense. The Last of Us is a must-have. A play score of 9.36. Stay tuned for the runners-up right after we reveal the number 1. And the best is Grand Theft Auto 5. Well, no surprises here. This game has been shattering records since its dawning. And with a very busy and active online community, this game is still the best action game out there. Excellent single-player and multiplayer modes. Awesome open world depicting the nasty and bright side of society. Overwhelmingly relatable characters. Tons of content, even in single-player. Balanced gunplay, driving, flying, parachuting, jet skiing, and more. And a unique 3-player Switch gameplay. The best, with a play score of 9.37. And here are the runners-up. Your game not on the list? Leave a comment below and we'll tell you its play score. Want to know the play score of newly released video games on PC, console, and mobile? Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and Instagram.